You're listening to an African Elements top news story for June 11th, 2025. Please visit our website at africanelements.org for more daily news. The Unfolding Story of DEI at UNC Asheville's Heart by Darius Spearman, African Elements. The sudden departure of Megan Pugh, the Dean of Students at UNC Asheville, sent ripples across the university community and beyond. Her removal from employment came after a secretly recorded video of her comments on diversity, equity, and inclusion, commonly known as DEI, surfaced publicly. This video was distributed by Accuracy in Media, a group known for its conservative stance, which then propelled the issue into the national spotlight. This incident deeply resonates within African American communities and for others who champion equity. It highlights the ongoing struggle for inclusive spaces. Moreover, the clandestine nature of the recording brought forth serious concerns about privacy and the potential for misrepresentation. Many wondered how comments taken out of their full context could be used to shape a narrative that may not reflect the entire truth. Students at UNC Asheville quickly mobilized to support Dean Pugh, demonstrating their belief in her dedication and hard work. They expressed deep appreciation for her contributions, emphasizing her role as a vital advocate for marginalized students. These students noted her significant efforts in building a welcoming campus environment, citing her positive influence on their individual experiences at the university. Across the campus, the university's chancellor addressed staff and professors, acknowledging the video and the larger conversation surrounding DEI policies. Furthermore, the chancellor warned of possible future misrepresentations, urging caution and understanding about how such issues could be portrayed publicly. For African American students, this discussion is especially important, as DEI initiatives are fundamental to fostering a sense of belonging and addressing historical inequities within educational settings. The situation at UNC Asheville exists within a much larger context. The UNC system's recent decision to repeal DEI policies across all its campuses. This action aligns with a broader national movement challenging DEI initiatives within educational institutions. The UNC Board of Governors replaced the previous diversity and inclusion policy with a new focus on equality within the University of North Carolina. This shift has sparked considerable debate, especially among students and faculty who see DEI policies as crucial for creating inclusive spaces. For African American communities, policies that address diversity, equity, and inclusion are not merely administrative formalities. They are vital tools for correcting historical injustices and ensuring fair representation. The new policy emphasizes institutional neutrality and offers exceptions for student-led groups, which might alter the perception and implementation of diversity efforts on campus. The word banned can be misleading when discussing the UNC system's changes to DEI policies. These policies were not entirely forbidden, but rather restructured and redefined. The UNC system's decision effectively ended any mandatory DEI efforts across its institutions, replacing them with a different emphasis on equality. This means that while some DEI-related activities might still occur, they are no longer centrally mandated or funded perhaps in the same manner as before. This shift significantly impacts how African American students and faculty experience campus life. It changes the structure and available funding for diversity initiatives, potentially affecting campus inclusivity and support systems. For example, a sum of $2.3 million previously allocated for DEI was redirected to public safety, signaling a change in institutional priorities. The core issue remains: will campuses truly remain inclusive without dedicated, system-wide DEI infrastructure? The incident at UNC Asheville highlights ongoing debates about diversity, equity, and inclusion in educational settings. These discussions are part of a larger national conversation, reflecting deep societal tensions about how diversity should be promoted and regulated. Some argue that DEI policies are fundamental for truly inclusive environments, ensuring that all students, especially those from marginalized backgrounds, feel supported and valued. From the perspective of the African American community, these policies are not merely beneficial. They are essential for addressing historical disparities and creating a more equitable campus. This community often views DEI initiatives as critical in dismantling systemic barriers that have long hindered the progress of Black students and faculty. The continued debates, therefore, underscore the varying values and priorities that shape educational institutions today. The involvement of accuracy in media in this story raises important questions about media bias and the portrayal of complex issues. This organization is widely known for its conservative leanings and its history of scrutinizing media outlets for perceived liberal biases. Such political affiliations can influence how information is presented, potentially shaping public understanding of sensitive topics like DEI policies and their value. When evaluating any news, especially concerning matters of diversity and inclusion, it is crucial to consider the source's background and potential agenda. Misrepresentation often involves taking statements out of context, using them to craft a narrative that supports a particular viewpoint. The secret recording of Dean Pugh's comments, for instance, naturally brings up concerns about privacy and how private conversations might be distorted when released without full consent. Understanding who is reporting the news and why becomes an important step for every thoughtful consumer of information. The changes within the UNC system raise important questions about the long-term future of DEI initiatives. With mandatory DEI efforts no longer in place, many wonder how funding and support for diversity programs will be affected. While specific details about every program and position are not publicly available, the reallocation of significant funds, such as the $2.3 million towards public safety, does suggest a shift in financial priorities away from DEI-specific programming. For African American students and their allies, this concern is very real. The absence of centrally mandated and funded DEI initiatives could impact resources traditionally available for minority student support and broader campus inclusivity programs. Student groups will likely intensify their advocacy. Their efforts will include organizing, engaging in community outreach, and directly communicating with university leadership to voice concerns and propose alternative solutions. Ultimately, the fate of these crucial initiatives rests on ongoing commitment and the active participation of the entire university community. Copyright African Elements.